Hey guys, hope you're doing well. So today I have a very important topic because some clients are struggling with this, and it's gonna be for the people that are holding on to something their ex said that was, said in anger, said during the breakup or after the breakup. Um, so if they told you when they were angry and triggered, I never want to hear from you again, I never want to see you again, things like that, or, whatever, it can be anything. Uh, so let's talk about this. So many people will hold on to that one sentence and they're gonna analyze that sentence and they're going to overthink that sentence and they're going to think about that sentence every single day, all day long. And they're going to be so convinced that they can't have their ex back because they said that and that and that. And like that is that. And they're going to feel like crap. They're going to feel horrible. They're going to be in victim mentality because of that sentence. And my friends, this is being delusional, because delusional doesn't only mean that you are overly positive. Delusional also means that you are overly negative. So you're not being realistic. You're not being realistic when you are being overly negative. You're not being realistic when you're holding on to one sentence somebody said, because those are just words, guys. And you're being delusional. You are being delusional, my friend. So let's be rational about this. People, when they're triggered and when they're angry, will say all sorts of stuff because they are angry and because you've triggered them. Okay? So I'm sure that pretty much every single one of you has been triggered or angry at somebody and said some horrible stuff they did not mean and they were sorry about later. Isn't that true? If some of you haven't, then congratulations, you are a remarkable human being. But I think that most of people have done it, not necessarily with romantic partners, family members, friends, co-workers, whoever. And you got to look at it realistically, because being realistical, and this what I'm telling you, that people react all sorts of ways when they're triggered and angry, is not me trying to be overly positive or to make you delusional. Those are facts. So you gotta be aware of that. You gotta be realistic and not delusional. And delusional can be both overly positive or overly negative. Um, and I'm actually gonna give you an example, because just yesterday, and this actually made me want to film this audio. Just yesterday, one of my coworkers was telling me how they got into an argument with their ex and they said some very nasty things. Um, and they haven't even told me what kind of things. So I don't know, but they said really horrible, nasty things, and they said I said those things because I was triggered and because I wanted to kind of you know be mean, because sometimes we want to do that, right? So they were like very triggered and they reacted like that, and the person said that now they are sorry they reacted like that, and they kind of realized they should have handled it better and stay on friendly terms or something, because it was not okay. They also said they still loved the person and they still cared about the person, but they were just unsure after the person said what they said that triggered them. They were just unsure if they wanted them back. And there you go. Your ex can love you and care for you and still say mean things when triggered. It doesn't mean they don't love you. It doesn't mean they don't care. It doesn't mean that they've suddenly lost all the feelings and moved on and you meant nothing. So you gotta stop doing that. You gotta stop doing that, because it's victim mentality. You're overly analyzing one sentence, you're holding on to it, you're always thinking, but it's not possible because they said this and this and this. You're creating an energy block, and you're just obsessing over one little sentence that was said when somebody was triggered and angry. Okay, so I hope this makes sense, and I hope that everybody that holds on to one little thing somebody said will just stop doing that, because it meant nothing, most likely. Yeah.